What was your inspiration?
Welcome to Colonize the Ocean podcast, where we discuss oceanic colonization, exploration, and education with your hosts Adam Jewell and Brendon Traxler.
Oftentimes, we have passions, we have things we want to do. For me, it's build underwater habitats. And I think that other people out there have their dreams and desires as well. So I just want to take a few minutes and go over why I'm passionate about this. If you didn't know my story, or if you're just new to this podcast or whatever, kind of give you a background on why underwater habitats are important to me, why I've chosen this path to start a company and build. And so a lot of it goes back to I was born in the late 70s, kind of dates myself there. But anyway, I grew up watching PBS specials about Jacques Cousteau and his adventures underwater, and there was they're showing off the conch-shell programs and stuff along those lines. In the early 80s, these were all documented by this point in time. So anyway, there was that. So I always loved the idea of diving, but I grew up in Illinois, and so but I loved diving, and I like to draw. So most of my images consisted of scuba divers, ocean themes, and I wanted to dive. I wanted to dive. I wanted to dive. We looked at the different dive stores there in Illinois, but still Illinois, it's like we're really going to dive, even if there are places. But anyway, it didn't take till I was much later in life that I ever got certified. I was in my 20s, but between then, in the 90s, there was a TV show, Sequest DSV, that came out, and that helped. That already love for the ocean. It gave this visual sci-fi show that even though it was set in the far future of 2018 at the time, it was a realistic depiction of what could happen. And so then I had a moment, I call it a God moment, where I just had this idea, this vision of, hey, Atlantis Sea Colony, here's what the logo looks like. I'm going to build an underwater house. And so that was the spur of it all right there. And obviously it has evolved over the years, over the decades, but the passion is still the same. And it is to provide a format, a way for anybody that wants to experience the oceans, regardless of your age, regardless of your health, regardless of anything, that you can come and you can spend the night underwater. And that is what ASC is about. And so as we focus on designs, as we focus on partnerships, as we focus on anything we do, it has to have that core in mind, that the end goal has to be that my grandmother, who is 95 years old, if she wanted to come and spend the night underwater, she would be able to do so. If there is a mother out there with a newborn child and she wants to go take a vacation and bring the child and the baby and stay underwater, she can do that. That has to be the goal for sustainable future underwater. And that is really the focus and the inspiration for what ASC is. So, with that being said, we all have that inspiration. We all have those dreams deep down in us somewhere. What is yours?